Good morning, everybody. You already know who it is. It is your girl, Latuska Power. Now, today we come from Jeremiah 30. But you know, I got to give you this inspirational music to start your day. This is J Moss, Pour Into Me.
I want to do something real smooth. I'm gonna catch them off guard with this one. Listen. Living through rainy days, pushing through every day, realizing that I can't do it on my own. Oh, trying to take all the pain, but I'm feeling some kind of way. But I know that I can make it 'cause you are on the throne. Oh, to me, the likeness of you. Fill my cup over. I can make it through. Oh, to me, the likeness of you. Give me the strength.
All right, be ready to get poured into today. Jeremiah 30. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee into a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people, Israel and Judea, saith the Lord, and I will cause them to return to the land that I gave them, that I gave to their fathers, and they shall possess it. And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel, concerning Judah, possessing the land. That's what we're going to talk about today. Possessing the land. What is the land? Because we can all have dominion. We already have dominion over the earth, the animals, and all of those things. But possessing the land is possessing the mind. The mind is the land where all things linger. And sometimes we're not cautious of our thinking. We're not cautious of how we feel. You can't allow your emotions to control you because emotions come and go. And if you're never questioning why you feel the way that you feel, guess what? You'll never possess the land. Possessing the land is possessing your own consciousness, possessing the control, because you yourself are the controller of your own life when you possess your own thoughts. And you understand that some of those thoughts that come through your mind don't even be you. You know, no, the second verse was when he told Jeremiah to write it in a book. Most of us don't even journal on a daily basis. You know, when you're young, especially I can only come from a girl's point of view. When I was a young girl, I had diaries everywhere, journals every freaking where, because I was taught to release it. When you carry things, guess what? They carry over. And not only do they carry over into your life. They carry over into situations, and we tend to blow things up because we have triggers. We have our own insecurities. We feel the way that we feel because of conditionings of our mind, situations that have already happened in our life. All of these things play a big part in your who you are right now. Things happen, but guess what? They happened and you made it through. Situations came, yeah, they came, and guess what? You made it through. The purpose of life is to learn the lessons while you are in them, to reflect back to see who you have been towards another. Because every relationship is no more than a reflection of yourself. Every freaking body that comes into your life is you pushed out, and your projections will create your reality. Stop projecting negativity on people that you don't even know. You haven't even given a chance to know them for yourself. I can't tell you what to do, but I can give you suggestions for you to do. I'm going to give you an example, and I can only come from me again. Growing up, I know a lot of you know that I was adopted. Everything that people said to me about my mother, nothing was positive. So I had this conception of who I thought she was. Never met her. I think I met her one time, and I was real small then, but didn't know her. Like, okay, I saw her, and then the next time I saw her, she was in a casket. But then all of my life, I carried the projections of others. And I've noticed in life, and this is the truth, and you can look back and reflect on your own life. Most of the times, people will tell the most negative stuff and they'll forget the positive things about you because that's where they are. They can't see the God in you or the good that you've been in their life. They can see everything else but what should be at the forefront, their optimistic thinking. I don't know why it's so difficult for us to possess the land. You know, I have a friend, he has a t-shirt, and on his t-shirt, I think it's Second Chronicles, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray, that God will come heal the land. But there's nothing wrong with the earth. A lot of people will never be able to put their shirt on, mainly because they haven't healed, mainly because they're carrying around trauma, hurt, pain, shame, disgust. All of these things are what they're carrying inside of themselves and projecting it out on others, insecurities that nobody else can do anything about for themselves. Nobody can fix you but you. Too many codependent relationships and things. You have to be whole to be happy. And you've got to see yourself as whole before you join in union with somebody. That makes no sense to me. Love yourself enough to heal before you go into something else. That's possessing the land, saying, okay, I can't be the most common denominator of all my relationships. If all of your relationships end up the same way, you are the only common denominator. So you have got to look at yourself and you have got to heal you. And once you heal you, your relationships begin to heal. That's any relationship. I'm not talking about husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm talking about just passing by, you know, associates. That's healing the land. When you heal the person, the land is healed. A healed person is a happy person. A healed person is not a complainer. A healed person will always shed light in the dark situation. A healed person gonna say what they got to say. You may not like it, but they're gonna say it because they got to get it out of them. That's a healed person. A healed person is gonna set boundaries. A healed person is gonna tell you no. They're gonna tell you they're tired. They don't feel like doing it. It's your responsibility. That's a healed person because now they're not trying to please everybody. Now they don't want to. You just don't. It's just certain things in life you just don't have to do. And growing up, nobody tells you these things. They tell you to share everything and kumbaya and da da da. And when somebody tell you to do something, do it. But then you get older and you realize some of those things, why did I even do some of those things? Why was I even trained to do some of those things? Because some things should be personal. Some things should not be borrowed. Some things should not be played with. It's just some things that belong to you that you should not have to share, that you should not have to kumbaya with. You should be able, as a child, to set boundaries. That teaches you as an adult, as you grow up, boundaries have already been set because you already have your standards while you're a child. Then you meet people that have never had boundaries for themselves, never knew how to say no to nothing. And those are people that like to control others because they can't control their own life. They can't control their own aspect of who they see themselves as. So instead of me reflecting on me, I'd rather control you. Can't control nobody. You can only give people suggestions. The subconscious mind works by suggestions. The subconscious mind works by casual conversations. And you having that inner conversation with yourself about pressing through, going through something, sitting down, knowing how to communicate with another human being without your ego pushing your ego aside, pushing all that aside, humbling yourself before another person, opening your heart so that you can hear what they're saying and not stand in your own way, knowing that you're right. Because in the end, you have your perspective, which is right for you. They have their perspective, which is right for them. But when you're in love or love another, you open your heart to hear them. That's what life is about. Every relationship is about opening your heart to receive another, knowing that no, they didn't come from where I came from, no, they weren't raised the way that I was raised. I have something valuable to bring to this relationship. They have something valuable to bring to the relationship. And I'm open enough to receive it because I don't know everything. You find somebody that think they know everything, you got a big problem on your hand. And you got a big problem if you believe anything somebody tell you. There's something wrong with you too. You can't believe everything somebody say to you. You know, most of the people on this planet are either superstitious or lack knowledge, full knowledge of something. They know a little bit of something, don't know all of it, and think they know everything of it. It's like going to get a degree. I can go get a degree and get a master's in education. But guess what? I'm only going to get taught a perspective of that. Every book that you read is written in a perspective. Whatever the author's mindset is, that's how the book is written. So if you're not going to read a multitude of books about the same uh, subject, you're going to lack some knowledge somewhere. People cannot, again, I'm going to tell you, people can't teach you what they don't know. They can teach you the perspective of what they understand. But a knowing is a grounding. That means you have experienced it for yourself. Not nothing you read in a book, not nothing you saw somebody else do, none of that. I know this to be a fact because I walked it myself. In order to possess the land, we got to stop misleading people. In order to possess the land, we got to stop being followers of people that may not have our best intentions at hand. See, everybody that want to lead, some people lead because of motive. Some people lead because they have an outcome to something, you know, some kind of projection of something. A true leader leads in the background, kind of leads in the background and touches everything around it. I'll give you a story. This is so exciting for me to say this to you. Oh, baby, PJ is up on this table. His mama gonna get him just a cat. I went to take one of my friends to the store last night. So take him to the store. I get there, I call him. I said, okay, I'm out here. I forgot the apartment number that I just didn't know. So he tells me the apartment number. I said, okay, well, I'm going to get out. So I'm getting out of the car and Nikki sees me. Nikki says, oh my God, I be looking at you on YouTube. I never thought that you would be who you are right now. Who would have thought, Letiska? Simone Powell would be who she is right now. But I'm grateful for everything that I went through, because if I had not gone through it, could never see a change in me. If you knew who I was and you know who I am, it wasn't me that did it. Yeah, I had to do the work, you know, the as they call it, the shadow work. I had to start questioning myself and questioning my beliefs and questioning a whole bunch of stuff in life. Because I realized in my life I had limited myself so much. And we all say, yeah, all things are possible. But when you say all things are possible and somebody else give you a perception of something, only thing you want to see is the probability of what you already know. Then there's nothing else possible but what you think it should be. See, we so self-contradict until it don't even make sense. Because if all things are possible, another person's perception should matter. Everybody has their own mind. Even when I was in school and we were studying children and the mind, you can have 5 children raised in the same house and all 5 of them will have a different projection. Someone will say their mama is a nagger. Another one may say, oh, my mama was the best woman since, the creation of woman. Another one would say, well, I wasn't attached to my mama. I was more attached to my daddy. And that goes to show you how the mind works. As brilliant as the mind is, guess what? It can only go with one topic at a time. Ooh, baby, if y'all could see what this cat is doing right now. Oh, Lord. Look him. Look. Say good morning. Say good morning to the people. Say, I'm PJ and I'm busy today. Put him back down. So, again, not going to be on here long. But in order to possess the land, you got to possess your mind. You got to possess the parts of you that you haven't possessed yet. That's what possessing the land means. To take full control of you, how you think, how you respond, and how you move in life. You know, I hear people say all the time, my word is my bond. You know how many times I see people say something and what they say and what they do is two separate things? I don't say nothing. They have to see it for themselves. I see it, but you just said you were going to do this. You turn around and do that. And we all kind of do it. Possessing the land means possessing your mind and controlling your thoughts and understanding what is of you and what is of the world. And realizing this was taught to me. When I used to live in Atlanta, I used to go up under the bridge, feed the homeless people. And I made it a mission to take my grandchildren up under that bridge. Why? Because everybody is somebody. Everybody is somebody to somebody. Too often we hold ourselves, let me tell you, what is that, 2 Timothy? We be too boastful. We be lovers of ourselves and lovers of the things of the world till we don't love nobody else. But see, God is a God of love. God is not a God of being boastful. God is not a God of thinking you're better than anybody. What happens to Lisa could easily happen to you. What happens to Joe could easily happen to you. It could come a situation in your life where you get so freaking depressed till you may. So instead of tearing somebody else down because you don't understand what they're going through, that's when you say that could easily be me. But it's not. So since it's not, Who am I going to be towards that person? Who was I created to be towards another? Do I have enough compassion and understanding and love within inside of myself to do it for another? Can I recognize the things that God has done for me in the midst of my mess? When I was tore from the flow up, can I be that to another? I don't think that's so hard. I really don't think it's so hard. And I think that it is our human responsibility because the first thing God created in the book, it says he created man and then he created male and female. So he created spirit. See, thoughts are spirits. That's why when Jesus said, when the disciples said, well, how they going to know? Jesus said, I already sent spirit. You were a spirit before you came into this body, which is either male or female, as far as your equipment. But some people are fully equipped with everything. They ain't missing nothing at all. They got both parts. Then you have some people with too much testosterone and they're not even developed as a woman. Or you have men with a lot of estrogen in them. And God don't make mistakes. We do. We make mistakes by judging what we don't understand. We make mistakes by condemning people. We make mistakes by kicking people out of churches and stuff like that. First of all, the house of the Lord belongs to the house of the Lord. If you say you're serving the Most High God loves everybody. Now, if you're serving just your God and you, then that's a whole nother level. That's a whole totally different level. If you're going to be a preacher, teacher, apostle, evangelist, prophetess, whatever you're going to be it in the fullness of the Most High God. Be it and discern it in spirit and truth, knowing that all things are spirits. First, before they come into a body, before they are even dropped into a vessel, know that everything here is supposed to be here at this time. And that, yes, there is contrast. Yes, it takes many people to be here. Let me tell you something. You got to have positive and negative. You got to have it. That's contrast in life. And so I'm going to tell you like this. The greatest thing that you could do is be a positive person at all times. To always be holy because your Father, our Father, Abba, is holy. Now, wherever you are right here, right now in your life, today is the first day of your life. Because, see, no one has ever told you that being holy is a choice. Most of us here, you're a sinner, you're a sinner, you're a sinner, you're a sinner, you need to get right. But guess what? Out of all of your choices and everything that you've done, it's somebody that has loved you like no other. And like Psalms 139 says, wherever you are, God is. And Christians, us, we need to stand in that. You hear us say stuff like, I ain't perfect, but you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You're perfect for the moment. You're perfect for the setting. You are purpose for the opposition that God is going to bring, that thing that you need to pull that mess up out of you, to clean your plumbing, to give you some compassion, to give you some understanding. See, you don't want to be put in a position where, and I can't say you're forced, but you don't want to be put in a position where you have to have compassion. You want to already stand in the place of compassion. I think the guy that pulled me out of the car accident, when he pulled me out of that car, he didn't look in the car and say, oh, that's a black woman, I ain't gonna pull her out. He didn't look in the car and say nothing. He saw another human being, and he wasn't too big to open that door to pull me out. We got to get to that point where we don't get too big to pull somebody else out. And then for the people that need pulling out, don't you be too big not to ask for help. People can't help you if they don't know you need it. And while you're working yourself to death, some people are really working themselves to death. To prove something to yourself. Because the only person that's really looking is you. And this is the most amazing thing somebody said to me. Nobody really cares but you. And if you never ask yourself, why do you care so much? Then you'll just be beating your head up against the wall. Because at the end of the day, everybody else is going to be doing whatever it is they need to be doing. That's just how life is. Don't get so big in your head and in your way, thinking that people need you like that. Or need. You understand what I'm saying? Need means you lack something. Everything that you need is already with you. It's already in you. It's already given to you at birth. But so often we look at the world and we look at everything going on and everybody doing this and everybody doing that, and we just want to fit into it some kind of way. Oh, some kind of way I got to fit into this. But then everything you fit into don't always be comfortable for you. It don't even always be the right place you should be. But it is the right thing that you need to go to see that wasn't even you in the first place. But because you felt the need, you had to fill that void. And once you filled that void, you became aware that I have everything that I need. What am I doing? Why am I taking myself through some of this stuff? Possessing the land today begins, and this is something I want you to do for yourself. Stand in the mirror. Today I possess the land and I become holy. Today I possess the land and I become holy. I am the head and not the tail. I am a lender, not a borrower. Everything that is for me is coming to me right now. And begin to speak. Speak it until you believe it. Because see, you got to break through all of that programming of not being good enough, not being smart enough, the frustration of no's and all of these things. When I used to do petitions, baby, I get out there, I jump out the car with my little clipboards, sign my clipboard, sign my clipboard, sign my clipboard. Baby, next thing you know, somebody may tell me no. Oh, okay, that's fine. That was me. Oh, okay, that's fine, because the next one is going to be yes. And another yes, and another yes, and another yes. Somebody else may say no at all. But when I get 3 no's in a row, I say, oh, hold up, swole up. That's me. Hold up, swole up. Don't give up now. It's only a test of the emergency broadcast system. Change the way you think, baby. The next couple of ones. Because what is your goal for today? Oh, let's go on and get it. Let's go on and get it. Don't let them 3 no's stop you. And it's going to be times in your life that things may not operate the way you want them to operate. but they're working and operating the way they need to operate to stretch you, to evolve you, to grow you so that you can become even greater. And as I said in one of my posts, as you look back over your life and even look back over the pictures in your phone, I want you to realize how much you have grown, how much you have learned, and how much you have come through because you are loved and you have always been loved. No matter how you walking in life, you have been, will be adored by the person that thought of you more than you could ever know. So be that love to somebody else. Stop all this judging and hating on one another. You know, it's good for whatever time that you have to go through it because I'm not telling you I ain't never talked about nobody. I'm not saying that, baby. Before I knew some things in life, oh, baby, I was war and ready for it. I was war, baby. I was just talking about it, everybody. I had something to say. And, telling you, me and my girlfriend were talking, and she was like, "Girl, you remember that time you were driving down the street and the man was in the wheelchair and he told you to get over? He said something to me." And I said, "At least I can stand up." But I meant that thing. Don't come towards me because you're in the position where you at. You know, that's the most humbling thing that you could do. You know, or be a humbling position that you could be in. You know, you got to know when to bow. You have got to know when to be humble towards mankind. See, some people just want to be humble towards God. But then, okay, since you just want to be humble towards God, your God is in everybody. So then you become aware that you have to be humble towards when it comes to mankind. The God in the sky is really the God in you. And operating in that and being God to another. You know what I'm saying? And allowing people to be God to you. Get it? Everything and everybody, I prosper. And everybody and everything prospers me. I am loved around the world wherever I am. I'm surrounded by love. God is aware of me, has always been aware of me. I was a thought before I was anything else. And as I became flesh, the love of God never stopped. So today, as you possess your land, as Jeremiah was told, get you a book and begin to write down everything God has given unto you. That's gratitude journal. Everything that God has given unto you. And it's so many things on a daily basis that we are given that we can't even, you know, that song that says, even if I had 10,000 tongues, I wouldn't be able. If you pay attention to God, baby, you wouldn't be able to. That's how God moves every day, all day long. Just like that, just that fast. That you need not want for a thing. And that everything that is good for you is on the way to you. You know, stand in the place of that. Don't allow life to pass you by and you not be your best version. Life is too precious for you not to be your best version on a daily basis. That way you don't live a life of regret. That way you don't live a life of, oh my God. That way you don't live that life of, fear what's going to happen next, because you've been your best and you put your best foot forward in everything that you did as far as possessing your land. See, my land is a little bit of land, but the land that I stand on, I stand firm on it. You understand what I'm saying? Physically. I'm talking about physically. Now, if we're talking about my land is all that you see, because that belongs to the Father also belongs to us. And there's nothing withheld from us. That's how much we are loved. We're heard at all times. Jesus even said it. I know that the Father hears me. And you got to know that the Father hears you and searches your heart so that you may be healed. So, to my friend, Mr. Eagle, hold your head up and understand everybody won't be able to wear your shirt, because in order to heal the land, the people must be healed. The people have got to get out of their way and want to be healed. See, we want a lot of things in life, but the greatest gift that you can give the world is a healed person. When you heal, your family lineage heals. You talking about generational curses. When you take out insecurities and fears and worries and doubts out of yourself and you walk by faith and not by sight, you don't think that's healing the land? You're healing the land for generations then. You're not just doing it for a moment in time, because now you're walking a walk and talking a talk that people ain't used to you doing. And you're showing them how to do the same freaking thing. And they're showing others how to do the same freaking thing. That's being your highest version all day, every day. Is it easy? It can be. Will you have triggers? Of course you will, because your life circumstances have given those things to you. But then again, even after you have those triggers, you've got to forgive yourself. And you've got to go to the people which you went off on and say, look, I realized that was a trigger. It really wasn't me. And see, a lot of people don't want to be big. They don't want to be big. They want to be right. See, I'd rather be big than be right. I'd rather show you than just be right in my way. That yes, I can forgive myself, and that way I can forgive you. And I can throw this into the abyss of nothing. Now, again, depending on what it is, as people say, depending on what it is, you know, if I can bother, rock with you again or not. And that's when you begin to set boundaries. Boundaries must be set so that you don't have those obstacles, so that you can truly possess your land. That it's not dependent. My happiness is not dependent on another. My happiness is dependent on me. And how I choose my own feelings. And I don't let nobody dictate to me nothing. I myself am law and master of my own emotions. I am at bliss because I choose to be at bliss. I smile because I choose to smile. And getting there and owning it because it's for you. Now, I want you guys to have a blessed, beautiful, amazing day. Remember, possessing the land, possessing the mind. Allow God to.
Seeing people move ahead, wondering if I'm next. Realizing that I gotta wait on your time, Lord. Think I need another dosage to give me strength to go ahead. I live in perfect peace cause you're always on my mind, Lord. Pour into me your mercy and grace. Play it, y'all. Show me the wrong in my mistakes. Pour into me the character of you. Give me the strength to go all the way. The likeness of you. And won't you feel over and over? Pour into me. Everything about you. Give me I can make it. Pour into me. I want to be a reflection of you. Give it to me over and over and over and over. Father, likeness of you. Give me strength, all that I can make it.
Have a great day. Do not forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on my YouTube channel. And in my link is the link if you need any spiritual advising. Later. Love you.